Hey, it's Ron Warrior. I'm here to tell you again another story. I probably won't upload this until like maybe a month later again. But like what was it? I'm going to tell you. I think this was kind of like inspired by Cutie Pie Matsuya. I think Matsuya. I can't say her name properly. But yeah, I think she was talking about like supernatural experiences she's had or like scariest. I don't know, something like that. I was watching a video, but I thought I would share mine. Um, Mine aren't really like really spooky. There is one incident which fucking just terrified the living shit out of me, but other than that, a lot of them are just like kind of bizarre. But we'll start off with like the third one. Um, the third one, the least, like kind of like the least scariest one, was I was living with my first boyfriend when I was 18 because I got kicked out or like I moved out. Um, and he had this monkey, this orange fucking monkey, and apparently the batteries were supposed to be dead because they were 10 years old, or like four, I don't know, they were like over a decade old. But it kept giggling at random fucking intervals of the day or the night, and it freaked the living shit out of me. And what was it like? We were contemplating it while the monkey was there, and I was scared that the monkey could hear us. And it was like this really cute monkey. It just wasn't cute when it would, it just nothing is fucking cute when the batteries are supposed to be dead, but it's still making a giggling noise. So what was it? I'm talking with my ex, like my first boyfriend at the time. I'm like, that fucking monkey is not staying in this room. Like, seriously, get it the fuck out. I don't care where it stays. It's just not staying in this fucking room. Because I'm already terrified of the dark as it is, and it's a rational explanation, but I don't really want to go into detail about like why I'm terrified of the dark. It's personal, so Um. So, anyways, so my ex decides to give it to his mum, and I was like, oh yeah, much better now. It's like next door to us. So, but yeah, anyways, I was happy. But there was just one time where his mum didn't want it in her room because she's a bitch, and she, I don't know, she really hit it out for me because I was a bitch too. But yeah. So anyways, this orange monkey was on the seat of his chair. I don't know if it was his computer chair or if it was like just this random chair with all these clothes piled because he was too lazy to fold them. But yeah. So what was it? Where me and him are cuddling one night, and we just hear this fucking orangutan. Yeah, it was like this orange orangutan. Yeah, this fucking orangutan just start giggling on its own at like, I don't know, maybe 12 o'clock at midnight or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was freaking the fuck out. I can't even remember if it was like a weekend or a weekday. But I was like waking up. I woke up my ex. I'm like, Eli, Eli. I was just like holding on to him for dear life. But yeah. Um, what was my second scariest supernatural experience? This people keep saying that like it wasn't actually supernatural, but I know it was. Um, what was it? What was it? Yeah, we were watching a crime show. It's probably like a Law and Horror and Order or some shit. But me and my ex are having dinner in the living room, and his mum's having dinner as well on that side. And me and him, we can actually see the door, like the front door from where we're eating. So all of us are sitting around and we're watching a TV show, and I don't know, I just looked at the front door because I kept seeing like something moving back and forth at the front of the door, and I was just like, oh, it's probably just a car. Because cars, we lived in a cul-de-sac, so, we just see car lights come by all the time, unless, the doors are closed. But, on this occasion, obviously, the door was open. And, well, like the living room door. And I, I keep staring at it for a while, and I realize it's not a car light. Because car lights, are really, the lights are a lot brighter. And it honestly looked like, because my ex's brother or like one of his friends would always go outside the front, outside the front porch and just have a smoke. Like they'd just walk around back and forth and just, have smoke a ciggy. And honestly look like that, and it just freaked me the fuck out because I knew that like no one was at the front of the door. And so I was nudging, I was like nudging my ex-boyfriend. I kept looking at it. It was like just, it would stop and then it would just walk back and forth and stop and then walk and then stop. And, it just did it like randomly, and it just scared the living shit out of me. I knew it wasn't a car. I knew, just honestly, I want you to get your friend and fucking like at the back door of your house with the lights on, or like the front door with the lights on, and just see them pace back and forth. And that's exactly what it fucking looked like, but there was no one there. So I'm looking at it. I keep looking at it, and I'm just nudging my ex. I'm just like, and he just fucking wasn't paying attention. He was like looking at the TV. I'm like, hey, and he wasn't paying attention. So, what was it? I was like, Eli, and he goes, what? I was like, there's someone at the front of the door. And he was like, oh. And I was terrified because I was thinking maybe it's like someone, wanting to rob us or some shit. Because, Rotorua is a really dangerous place. I'm not sure about now, because I think it's more like tamer now from, when I went there for a week. But yeah, it was, where we were living, it wasn't exactly, it was like government houses, so, it was a pretty dodgy area. And, he was like, oh yeah, there is something pacing back and forth there. It's probably like just the light just moving. I'm like, Eli, like the lamp, like at the light at the front of the door, it's like, it's, it's stuck, it's not like hanging. And so and then, we looked at his mum, because, his mum's like, she told me she was a witch. And, she was like, uh-oh, well, I'm just gonna have to chant something, and I'm just gonna have to get some, I don't know. She was like, I'm just gonna have to sprinkle some salt, like, or like rice at the front of the porch. And she did that. And then we just didn't see it again. But that still freaked me the fuck out. Um, I've told the story to like a couple of people, yeah, like told, but they keep saying, oh, maybe it was just a car going by, or maybe it was like, just yeah, maybe it's just a car going by. It's like, I lived in that house for over a fucking year. I never saw anything like that again. And that, but the first one would have to be the worst. Like, yeah, this is like definitely number one. So it's in Rotorua again, no surprise. Yeah, a lot of supernatural experiences end up in Rotorua for some reason. But okay, so I think if anyone from Rotorua is watching this, do you know Tengai Road? The highway. No, 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 no. Old Taupo Road. Yeah, like another highway, like another main highway. Yeah, Old Taupo Road, where Rotorua Girls is. Rotorua Girls High School is. My old high school. Like, you go past the street that leads to John Paul College, and you go past Rotorua Boys High School, and okay, and then you see this like this little bridge, because underneath there's like a little waterway or like a little creek, and like obviously you have to build something over it so fucking cars can go through. But yeah, it's definitely it's through that little passageway, and it's like it leads to Ford Block. Now what was it? There's Ford Block is like the worst street in Rotorua, like the worst like place around Rotorua, and I was living there at the time because I got kicked out. And I was living with my best friend, and all of my shit got stolen. So, but yeah, anyways, I'm rambling. So, anyways, my like best friend, or my best friend at the time, her sister told me that she was walking down that she was walking down that little passageway. She was walking like down the creek to go back to her house, and she said she got mugged. So like I was always like on my guard when I was walking home from school, because I would always finish late from school because I would stay and I would finish off my design work or my artwork for my portfolio, which I failed anyways. But yeah, like I mean, at least I tried. But yeah, so anyways, I was. I've never, me and my friend have never actually had anything bad happen to us while we were walking down that creek, but that's probably because, we were like together. So, not like, together, but like, but, yeah, it was like just, just walking. So, anyways, one day I was walking by myself because I finished late from school, or I was staying at my ex's, like I stayed at my ex's house or some shit, I can't remember. It was like fucking 5 years ago. Like I can't remember. So anyways, yeah, I'm walking down that little passageway, like that little creek, and there's like a corrugated gate, and it has like a little opening through it, and there's a house on the other side. And down there is like a creek, and I'm just walking, walking, walking. I look on my right, and I see a face behind a fucking tree, like it's peeking out, and it makes this face like it goes, and I freak out. I kind of like just jump back a bit, and I was so lucky I didn't like fall into the water because the creek in the water, people pee in it and people throw their rubbish in there. It's not exactly like a charming place, but there's like no support to like kind of stop you from falling into the water. So I just kind of like got freaked out, and then I got freaked out again by the water because I knew that there wasn't any support. And I thought my mind was just playing tricks on me, like I thought like maybe I'd, because like I've been at school, like I thought maybe I was in school for too long, or I thought maybe I was just really tired. And I like this big tree where the face was peeking at me from. There was like a little opening at the corrugated gate on the house on the other side, so I thought someone was just fucking with me. But I went around. There is no way you could have like gone behind that little corrugated gate without making a shit ton of noise, because it was a really small ass like opening, and it would have been impossible like for you to fucking like go through there unless you were like a flying baby. So anyways, I check around the tree, like I do like a check around like 3 times, and there's nothing there, and I just get freaked the fuck out because I would rather have someone just like mug me then and there and just get it over with, and just like, you like file a fucking police report or some shit, and just be on my way, instead of like believing that something fucking supernatural fucking followed me back home and then just decided to fuck with my life from then on. So anyways, I go back home. I'm just freaking the fuck out. I got no sleep that night. And then the next day, while I'm at my ex's house, it's like we get study period, and then we get like a lunch break, or sometimes we get, it depends, like, because the class schedules are always mixed up. Like it depends where like your study periods are, and I use that study period for breaks. I know I'm a horrible person, but whatever. So I'm talking about it with my ex because like my first boyfriend, and I was just like, there's no way I am walking back to that fucking place that leads up to the house again, because I saw something there, and when I checked, like nothing was there. There's two ways to go to, there's two ways to go to my house, like my old house in Ford Block, and the first way is just like really, it's like the main road, but I don't trust the main road because I know my sister once when she was walking with her friend, and I know another friend that was walking around the park, um, actually had a car like stop where they were walking, or like just drive slowly where they were walking, and like asking like, get in the car, get in the car. So that's why I don't take the main road. That's why like I take the creek where all the other students take the creek. So yeah, anyways, every time I walked back home from then on, it was always with like with my then boyfriend. But yeah, those are my little like supernatural things. What was it? I use this because no one ever fucking believes me when I tell them about the little shadowy incident at the front of my house. And yeah, I think that's it. See you later.